Hello dear Scorpio. I came into this video fully focused and ready to share the messages, guidance, and tarot insights unfolding around your energy right now. I truly hope life has been treating you gently lately, and I want to thank you for being here, for your support, your kind words, and every moment you spend connected to these messages. It genuinely means a lot that you showed up today, so stay with me through this, because if this video found you now, there may be a reason your path crossed it at this exact moment. Never forget that your future still belongs in your own hands, and every decision you make carries the power to redirect your journey. At the same time, remember that these messages are general, so take only what speaks clearly to your spirit and leave behind what does not belong to your situation. Now let's look at the energy surrounding your love life, finances, health, and personal world. The first message coming through today carries an important reminder. There is a strong possibility of being misunderstood, so choose your words carefully and remain open enough to truly hear the perspectives of others, instead of believing you already see the entire picture. The energy surrounding May 13th, 2026 feels deeply connected to transformation and emotional clarity. The Death card appears here not as a warning of loss, but as the signal of a doorway quietly opening after a long period of emotional heaviness. Paired beside the Lovers card, this energy draws attention to your relationships, including the one you have with yourself. Whether you are releasing someone from your past, or realizing that certain emotional patterns no longer fit the person you are becoming, the universe is asking you to stop viewing the past as wasted time. Every difficult season carried a lesson, and those lessons are beginning to reveal their purpose now. The tension you may be carrying comes through strongly in the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Wands. These cards reflect the exhaustion that builds when you continue carrying situations that no longer support your growth, whether that weight comes from work, emotional attachments, or goals that no longer align with who you are becoming. Ask yourself honestly whether the energy you continue investing is truly giving something meaningful back to you. Something unexpected may begin shifting once you stop forcing yourself to hold together what has already run its course. The universe is encouraging you to change the way you look at responsibility and pressure. Instead of seeing every obligation as another burden, begin viewing certain decisions as the first steps toward freedom and stability. The King of Pentacles alongside the Ten of Pentacles suggests that when your intentions become more focused and strategic, financial progress and emotional security start moving closer together. What once felt blocked may suddenly begin opening in ways you did not expect. The Eight of Cups and the Two of Wands both point toward an important choice. Delaying decisions out of fear or uncertainty could slow opportunities that are already trying to enter your life. Trust that even imperfect choices can guide you toward growth if your intentions are honest. A quiet moment alone, a pause to reflect, or even stepping back emotionally for a short time can help transform confusion into confidence and sharpen your direction again. Celebrate the smaller victories along the way because they are building something much larger beneath the surface. The Queen of Wands reminds you that gratitude naturally attracts more abundance into your life when you stop measuring yourself against what feels missing. There is an unexpected stroke of luck growing through the energy around you, but it becomes easier to recognize once your attention shifts away from scarcity and back toward possibility. The High Priestess also highlights the importance of discipline and consistency right now. Small actions repeated over time, whether researching a new career path or giving more energy to a passion that truly matters to you, are slowly creating opportunities that may reveal themselves sooner than expected. The Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords suggest that some of your biggest limitations are no longer external. Certain fears and outdated beliefs have followed you for too long, and deep down, you already know you have outgrown them. Write your intentions down, speak them aloud, and allow your actions to follow the direction of those words. because the energy surrounding you is responding more strongly than you realize. The love you offer others and the care you allow yourself to receive continue to carry enormous power. Even the smallest gesture of kindness, support, or understanding can ripple outward in ways you cannot yet fully see, returning to you at the exact moment you need it most. Picture yourself as a single beam of light entering a darkened room. Even the smallest glow has the power to soften the shadows and change the atmosphere around it. The universe has not stepped away from you, even during the moments that felt uncertain or painfully quiet. Walk forward with trust in what is unfolding, because little by little, you are shaping something meaningful with your own hands. And before we continue, please take a moment to leave a like on this video. Your support truly helps these messages continue reaching people who may need them during difficult or uncertain seasons of life. Today, your lucky numbers are 61 and 94, so pay attention to where these numbers appear around you. If you have the opportunity to use them in any meaningful way today, do not ignore the feeling to do so, because this energy feels especially tied to the present moment. Your lucky color today is red. Wearing something red, even a small accessory, may help you feel more grounded, confident, and aligned with the momentum building around you right now. If you find yourself choosing between colors throughout the day, lean toward the one carrying this energy, because it may subtly influence both your mood and the way opportunities respond to you. Sometimes, luck enters quietly, through the smallest decisions made with intention. Right now, you may be reaching a point where distractions are beginning to pull your attention away from what truly matters. Even while following a path that feels right to you, part of your energy may have become too comfortable, as though simply knowing your direction is enough to keep things moving forward. But this moment asks for more than awareness alone. You cannot allow temporary setbacks, emotional exhaustion, or unhealthy patterns to slowly drain your focus and delay the future you are trying to build. Life should still be enjoyed, of course, but real fulfillment grows more naturally when discipline and consistency support it. The lifestyle you want requires steady effort, even during the days when motivation fades or progress feels slower than expected. Once your inner world becomes more stable and your mind feels less scattered, many other areas of life will begin flowing with greater ease. You are much closer to seeing the results of your persistence than you currently realize. There is also a different quality surrounding your energy now. Not cold or distant in a harsh way, but clearer, more self-respecting, and far less willing to abandon your own boundaries just to keep the peace. You no longer feel the same urgency to explain yourself, soften every silence, or constantly prove your loyalty to people who failed to recognize it. Remembering your value has changed something deep within you, and that shift carries more power than you think. You understand loyalty because you have given it wholeheartedly. You understand devotion because you have lived through the weight of loving deeply and standing by others even when things became difficult. But now you also recognize what it feels like when that same care is not returned with honesty or equal effort. That realization may have hurt, yet it also awakened a stronger sense of self-protection and emotional clarity that you needed in order to move forward. The energy surrounding May 13th, 2026 invites you to leave behind lingering emotional shadows and step into a season of renewal. Your intuition feels sharper now, and your instincts are pushing you toward releasing old emotional wounds, so new opportunities can finally enter your life more freely. The struggles you survived were not meaningless. They shaped your resilience, strengthened your judgment, and prepared you for the unexpected changes beginning to unfold around you now. The Three of Swords reflects the emotional pain you have endured, Scorpio, whether through betrayal, grief, disappointment, or periods of darkness that felt impossible to explain to anyone around you. As a deeply intuitive water sign, your emotions often settle beneath the surface, where few people truly see how much you carry internally. There were moments when retreating emotionally felt safer than allowing yourself to be vulnerable again. But this card arrives today to remind you that you have already survived the hardest part of that storm. The pain taught you where boundaries were needed. It showed you the cost of ignoring your own instincts and staying attached to situations that slowly drained your spirit. Healing begins once you stop allowing old suffering to define your identity or your future. The death card appearing here is not literal. It represents the closing of cycles that no longer belong in your life, including toxic attachments, outdated habits, and emotional patterns you have quietly outgrown. Part of you may still cling to familiar pain simply because it once felt safer than facing the unknown. Yet this energy confirms that you have already lived through many symbolic endings before, and every one of them transformed you into someone stronger, wiser, and more aware of your own power. What once felt like destruction may now reveal itself as the beginning of an unexpected opening that had been waiting for you beneath the surface all along. Today's energy encourages you to honor everything that has already fallen away, trusting that certain endings were quietly making room for something far more aligned with who you are becoming. You are no longer in a season where survival is the only goal. Something inside you is beginning to rise with more clarity, more intention, and a deeper understanding of what deserves your energy moving forward. There is an unexpected shift happening beneath the surface, and it begins the moment you stop carrying what no longer belongs in your future. The Chariot appears as a powerful reminder that momentum returns when you decide to reclaim control over your direction. Scorpio's tendency to move cautiously through emotional uncertainty can sometimes delay important progress, but today your determination feels stronger than your hesitation. Whether this energy touches your career, your healing process, or personal goals you have nearly given up on, you are being called to move with purpose instead of fear. Success grows when instinct and disciplined action begin working together instead of pulling against each other. Do not limit yourself to imagining a different future while remaining emotionally tied to old disappointments. This card points toward victory for those willing to keep moving forward even after difficult setbacks tested their confidence. There is strength building through your persistence, and the universe is responding to the effort you continue making behind the scenes. Some opportunities may begin opening unexpectedly once you stop looking backward for reassurance. The Six of Cups brings memories, familiar emotions, and perhaps even people from the past back into focus today. Certain conversations, reunions, or quiet reminders of who you used to be may return with surprising emotional clarity. For someone who feels things as deeply as you do, these moments are not arriving to trap you in nostalgia, but to help you recognize what still carries meaning and what no longer fits the life you are trying to create. Sometimes healing begins when you stop treating the past like a permanent wound and start seeing it as part of the road that shaped you. Emotional clarity grows when you allow the past to become a foundation instead of a prison. A renewed connection, a softer understanding of yourself, or even an unexpected realization about what truly matters may begin changing your perspective now. Patience also matters greatly during this period, especially when it comes to long-term investments involving work, relationships, or personal development. Progress may feel slower than you hoped, but that does not mean your efforts are failing. Scorpio energy often carries intense focus mixed with quiet overthinking, especially when results are delayed. Yet the cards suggest that what you have been building is already beginning to take root beneath the surface, even if visible proof has not fully appeared yet. Reflect honestly on what is thriving in your life and what still requires adjustment. Small corrections made now can completely change the outcome later. Your dedication has not been wasted. Trust the process unfolding around you and allow yourself to recognize the smaller milestones instead of constantly measuring the distance left to travel. The Queen of Cups highlights emotional wisdom, intuition, and the ability to care deeply without losing yourself in the process. She reflects the part of you that already knows how to hold space for others with compassion, while gently reminding you that you deserve the same tenderness from yourself. In love especially, emotional honesty creates stronger and more meaningful connections than pretending everything is fine. If you have been feeling emotionally drained, unseen, or undervalued, this energy encourages you to reclaim your balance by expressing your needs more openly and protecting your emotional boundaries with care instead of guilt. Your sensitivity is not weakness. It is part of what allows you to love with depth and recognize truth beneath appearances. The Ten of Cups brings the promise of emotional harmony and supportive relationships after a difficult emotional cycle. Whether this appears through family, a romantic connection, or the people who genuinely stand beside you, the energy surrounding May 13th, 2026, carries the feeling of returning to something more stable and emotionally fulfilling. Allow yourself to fully experience moments of closeness, comfort, and shared happiness, instead of questioning whether they will last. Love becomes easier to receive once you stop expecting every connection to become another lesson in loss. When it comes to your health, stress may have been building quietly inside your body for longer than you realized. Repetitive thoughts, emotional tension, anxiety, or unresolved pressure can eventually begin affecting your sleep, digestion, skin, or overall energy levels. This happens more often than people admit, especially when emotions are pushed aside for too long. Your body absorbs far more than your mind sometimes realizes. You cannot continue ignoring what you feel while expecting your energy to remain balanced. Fear, frustration, impatience, and emotional exhaustion slowly influence the rhythm of daily life when they are left unaddressed. If you need support, allow yourself to seek it without shame. Taking care of your physical health matters, but your emotional environment matters just as much, because the connection between mind and body is stronger than many people realize. If you are constantly surrounded by stress, conflict, or emotionally draining situations, eventually your health begins carrying that weight too. Your energy reacts like a sponge, absorbing everything around it over time. Start choosing yourself in small but meaningful ways. Improve your rest, nourish your body more intentionally, breathe more deeply, and spend less time connected to outside noise that leaves you mentally exhausted. Your well-being depends on the choices you continue making each day. In your professional life, remember that lasting success rarely happens overnight, especially if every small obstacle convinces you to stop before the process has time to unfold. The real breakthrough comes through consistency, daily discipline, and the quiet promises you continue making to yourself even when results are not immediately visible. You cannot abandon a dream or a goal simply because success has taken longer than expected to appear. If something feels out of alignment, adjust your approach, but do not confuse temporary frustration with failure. Deep down, you already know you were never meant to quit the moment life becomes difficult. Even when exhaustion or doubt surfaces, you usually find a way to keep moving forward. Still, today's energy may tempt you to justify staying stuck, especially when progress feels slower than you hoped. If something no longer supports your peace or emotional well-being, allow yourself to release it instead of carrying it out of habit. Maturity often comes from understanding what deserves persistence and what quietly needs to be left behind. You remain in control of your direction. If your professional life currently feels uncertain, do not let that convince you opportunities no longer exist, because new paths continue opening every day through learning, technology, and changing ways of working. Stay curious, expand your perspective, and keep building your skills instead of settling into frustration. Real change begins the moment you actively participate in your own growth, rather than waiting for life to shift on its own. Growth still finds a way forward, even under difficult conditions, much like grass pushing through cracked pavement after a long season of pressure. Your creativity, resilience, and natural instincts still carry the ability to pull you out of situations that once felt impossible to escape. Financially, Scorpio, the energy around May 13th, 2026, suggests that circumstances are finally beginning to move in your favor after a period of restriction or uncertainty. Unexpected opportunities may begin appearing through delayed payments, new business possibilities, or offers arriving at exactly the right time. This period feels like a turning point where past effort finally begins producing visible results. Your careful approach toward money and long-term security continues working in your favor, especially as new opportunities slowly emerge. Luck is not only arriving through dramatic surprises, but also through stable offers and practical opportunities that support the future you are trying to build. What once felt blocked may now begin opening more naturally. A job opportunity aligned with your values, a smart financial decision, or an investment in yourself may begin paying off emotionally and materially. Let these moments remind you that your resilience was never wasted. Avoid impulsive choices rooted in old fears surrounding scarcity or loss, because those fears no longer deserve control over your future. A healthier relationship with abundance is beginning to form now. Small but intentional actions taken today can create lasting stability over time. The universe seems to support calculated risks that genuinely feel right in your intuition, rather than choices driven by panic or emotional pressure. Unexpected luck grows more easily once you stop operating from survival mode and allow yourself to believe better conditions are possible. Material progress feels closer now, and certain opportunities may move faster than expected after such a long period of resistance. When it comes to love, there is an emotional situation that requires honesty and attention. Some of you may still feel connected to someone whose feelings no longer fully mirror your own, and although accepting that truth may hurt, avoiding it will only prolong confusion. This message is not aimed at healthy, committed relationships, but rather emotional attachments that have become uncertain or emotionally draining over time. For those already in loving relationships, Venus brings softer energy that can strengthen understanding and reconnect two people who may have been emotionally out of sync. Honest conversations and small moments of support can begin restoring harmony. But if tension has been ignored for too long, today's energy asks for clarity instead of avoidance. Pretending everything is fine will only continue exhausting both of you emotionally. This situation does not need to become a dramatic confrontation filled with blame. The real purpose is to create honest communication where both people can express themselves openly and decide what happens next with maturity and self-respect. If the relationship continues drifting without direction, it may slowly wear down your spirit more than you realize. Whether your relationship feels stable or uncertain right now, today's energy encourages healing through honesty, patience, and emotional understanding. This is a moment to find common ground, instead of allowing silence or unresolved tension to create more distance between you. Real connection strengthens when both people are willing to communicate openly and move beyond pride. Something important can heal when honesty becomes more important than avoidance. If you are single, move carefully with anyone entering your emotional space right now. You may feel drawn towards someone carrying hidden complications, emotional inconsistency, or intentions that are not fully clear yet. A relationship built on secrecy or manipulation cannot create the stability you truly deserve, no matter how intense the connection feels at first. Slow down enough to notice whether someone's actions genuinely match their words. The shift happening in your love life is not only about attraction, it is also about emotional clarity, self-respect, and recognizing which relationships support your peace instead of draining it. Family and friendships also carry warmer energy now, Scorpio, especially through conversations or shared moments that restore closeness after emotional distance. The support you continue offering others is deeply valued, even when people do not always express it directly. If certain relationships still feel strained, calm communication can begin rebuilding trust more effectively than silence. Do not carry every emotional burden alone, because healing becomes lighter when support is shared openly. Stability slowly returns through meaningful conversations, renewed connections, and small moments that remind you where your true sense of belonging exists. There is comfort growing around you now, and it strengthens the emotional foundation you have been trying to rebuild. Your energy remains strong, even if exhaustion occasionally catches up with you. You know how to recover and keep moving forward once your focus returns. But discipline will be especially important during this period. When you commit yourself fully to a goal, your determination becomes one of your greatest strengths. Just be careful not to let emotional confusion or unstable relationships distract you from the future you are trying to create. Protect your vision carefully and stay close to people who genuinely inspire growth instead of feeding negativity or envy. For students especially, this is a period that rewards consistency, focus, and perseverance. The effort you continue investing now may become part of the unexpected success beginning to unfold later. Some rewards are already moving quietly toward you, even if you cannot fully see them yet. As for compatibility, Pisces brings emotional understanding and conversations that may finally clear away old confusion. Capricorn offers grounded advice and steady support that can help restore confidence if you have been feeling uncertain lately. Sagittarius carries the energy of meaningful opportunities and subtle but powerful connections that may bring you closer to something you have quietly hoped for over time. Dear Scorpio, this was your message for today. Thank you for spending this time here and allowing these insights to be part of your journey. If this video resonated with you, do not forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you do not miss future daily messages.